Hi everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about reaction rate curve, activation energy, collision theory, and Arrhenius law. So let's pick the first one, the reaction rate curve. So the reaction rate curve is a graphical representation. It is a curve that shows how the concentration, is a curve that shows how the concentration of shows how the concentration of reactants or products increases with time. So, the rate of reaction is talking about the rate at which a reaction is occurring. That is, if the reaction is fast or the reaction is slow. So, the reaction rate curve is showing the relationship between concentration and time. So, and you should know that it also shows that you should know that our rate is equals to the concentration over time. So these are rates of reaction, concentration over time. So reaction rate shows the concentration of reactants or products with time. So the concentration of our reactants to form a product or the concentration of the product. So that is reaction rate curve. It's just a graph, a curve that shows the relationship between concentration and time. All right. So you should know when the graph when it has steep, all right. So that shows that it's the reaction is fast. There is a speed in the react. So when the steep is not sharpened, it shows the slowdown in the reaction. All right. So the steepness of the graph shows the speed of, that is how fast. It shows that the reaction is fast, and if the steep of the reaction of the curve is blunt, then it shows that the reaction is not that fast. And also, a reaction curve can also show us the relationship between the concentration with temperature. And this will take us to activation energy. So what is activation energy? Activation energy is the energy that is required for reactants to react to form a product. I said activation energy is the minimum amount of energy So activation energy is the minimum energy for the minimum energy for of reactants, the minimum energy of reactants to form products. So we call it activation energy. We denote it like this. So I said it is the minimum energy of reactants to form products. All right, and this energy serves as a barrier. So that means the reactants must overcome this energy to form a product. And that is why a catalyst is a factor of this activation energy, because catalyst is a barrier to activation energy. Catalyst will make our reactants to overcome the energy on time because it will speed up the reaction. So an activation energy is the minimum energy that is required for our reactants to overcome before they can form this product. All right, so let's move on to collision theory. So in collision theory states that there should be collision between the particles of reactants to form products. That means the particles of A must collide with particles of B to form C. There must be collision between these two particles before a react before a product is formed. So there will be collision between the particles of a reactant. So if there is no collision between particles of reactants, products cannot be formed. So that is what collision theory is about. It's telling us that okay, there must be collision between the particles of the reactants to form products. So the factors that affect our collision theory: number one, the surface area. You should know particles of smaller uh, small particles will collide faster than big particle. So surface area is a factor of collision. Number two, another factor of collision is temperature. Increase in temperature will lead to activation of the particles. So there will be collision because the particles will be activated. The activation energy will be activated and the collision will be faster. So temperature is a factor of collision. Also concentration. So the concentration of a substance will determine the collision. The concentration will determine the particle. So the particles will not determine if it's small particles or big particle to determine the rate of the collision. So another one is the nature of reactants. That is the nature of the reactants is that is the composition of your substance of the that is the reactant. For example, when HCl reacts with NaOH, so this one is an acid and this one is a base. So the nature of the reactant will determine our collision. Also, catalyst, because catalyst will speed up reaction, it will increase the collision rates. All right, so let's move to Arrhenius law. Arrhenius law. So Arrhenius law is talking about it is Arrhenius law. This law shows the relationship between the activation energy and rate constant. So it is showing the relationship between rate constant and activation energy. All right, so it shows that, and it has a formula of K is equals to E that is our A is raised power minus EA over RC. Right, so I said K is equals to A E, that is A, our frequency factor, is raised power minus EA over RC. Again, K is equals to A raised power minus EA over RC. Or you can write it as this. So where my K represents the rate constant, AE or A represents the frequency factor. My EA is the activation energy. R is the our gas our constants, rate constants. But this one is for our gas constants. That is when you have 8.314 joule per mole per Kelvin. Then C is the temperature. So this is the formula for Arrhenius. So with this shows that the look at this, we have EA over RT. So that means the activation energy will increase exponentially. That is exponential. That is, let's have A E raised power over RT. So the activation energy increases exponentially with temperature. Activation energy increases exponentially with temperature. That is our Arrhenius law. Please let's answer this question. The collision theory explain reaction rates in terms of the collision theory. It explain it's in terms of, is it A, the size of products. Assuming they are talking about size of the particles of reactants now, that should be the answer. But I'm talking about the products. You know, earlier in the video I said collision theory talks about that there should be collision between the particles of the reactants to form our products, the reactants. So, and they are talking about size of products. So this is not the answer. Frequency of collision of reactants. The frequency of collision, that is how that is the frequency of the collision between this and this. I think this is correct, but let's move on. The size of reactants. The size of reactants is not, we are not talking about the size of reactants in collision theory. We are talking about the size of the particles. So this is not there. This is not there. So frequency of collision of products. You know, we are not talking about collision of products. We are talking about collision of reactants. So this is the answer. That is the collision theory. Explain reaction rate in terms of frequency of collision of reactants. That is, there should be collision between the particles of reactants before a product can be formed. So look for more questions on reaction rates curve, activation energy, collision theory, and Arrhenius law. And if you have a question, drop it in the comment section. Like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.